I'm back at the factory. And I guess now I have some personal robopods. I guess I don't need that many.
My rules.
Yes, it's that person's factory from the Doctor Who scene. I guess we can decide what we do here. So these personal robopods might be charging now. Or did they already charge and now the batteries have to recharge with solar power? I need to get some robots, which I can get from here. I guess a maximum of 40 might be good enough. I can probably never have more than them at the moment. Okay, this was one of the not so good designs. I guess it might end up like a design that I have seen almost. I would like to move this ramp over by something like 3 blocks. Might also try. I guess I would need a rail support, but I don't think it could be placed in the right position. This is the only place where I could build one. And this would only help me with one. Bridging one rail as a gap. But this means that I could move the other rails over by at least 1, maybe even 2 blocks. I hate this. I don't know if I mean my fingers or how close the bounding boxes were. So I did remove both of them, but I might also just do this, just to be able to see where the other ramp was. Yeah, I guess there's a different collision box for where the mouse is. And that sort of can be irritating. So if I want to place this rail ramp and I'm just here, I might select the wrong thing for a moment. I'm still wondering whether I should move the horizontal rails up. Whether that would be any good or not. I guess this is the Biochamber song. At some point I will have remembered all the song titles of the soundtrack. this might work. I don't know if it is better than before. Let's just pretend it is better. I don't think it really is. I think it should be possible to go even further to the right. Maybe if I remove that substation. This might be good. Not sure if there are any overlapping rails. I guess there's one. Know that it's gone. There shouldn't be any extra rails. Okay, now I just need to try and reconnect things that I disconnected. I guess this substation has to go. And I might have to move things over a bit. Again. This might work. And now I just want to connect these rails. And also I want to look at my space platform again. And then look at my solar power panels. I guess they are just called solar panels. Do I have any... Well, there are some uncommon ones. But I guess what I could just do is ignore this quality problem and just send up some lower quality solar panels. And right there I will just place one belt in between these asteroid collectors, and then I will be able to connect them so the signal gets transferred. I need to send up some decider and constant combinators as well. I don't think I have automated those yet. I should do that while not going anywhere. I have remote view available. If I know how to utilize it properly. So I want to figure out how decider combinators are made, and constant combinators, all just copper cable and green circuits. So I will find a place, I guess the red circuit factory is where copper cables and green circuits are located together. How about here? These are not copper cables. Copper cables are up there. I might just send the ingredients up and do that there. They have the correct spacing already. So one of them will be decider combinator. The other one will be constant combinator. I don't know if I need anything else right now. I might also just build the arithmetic combinator so I have it available for when I need it. And I will just limit all chests to 1 stack. And then this all needs power. I guess I'm providing substations in a thing. Passive provider chest, that's the thing name. Good. And I guess things will be sent up to the space platform in full stacks. I guess I will remove the whole of this. And I will try to copy this blueprint and see where I land with that. Whether I can properly copy it. Might also try to reduce some not so nice irregularities. I need to turn on the personal roboport, and then I can actually let things get deconstructed by my own robots. And that's not the best choice there. I think I want to be able to rotate this. And I guess that's the first position where I can have it straight. And this could also be a bit nicer. The diagonal could go for longer and then just go straight. How about that? I don't know if I need more rail supports. I guess it is fine. At least the way it is now. Maybe if I were to continue the rail by 1 block, I still don't need another rail support. But I guess this system now works. Basically, all the vertical connections are elevated. They have another vertical dimension, and I find that sort of interesting. Just these things are not properly aligned, but I guess they never would. The rail ramps are always 1 block, or I guess, I don't know, a lot of things are sort of off by 1. I guess now I will just copy that whole thing without the substations and power poles, and then just place it over here. And now this can actually be tiled, or what is the name? I guess it's now a tileable blueprint in a way. Just need to make sure the substation connections are there. Just don't know where exactly I would place them. I guess this is still in the correct place. So I could now remove the whole other design. I could build some more substations somewhere. I guess for now just chaotically diagonally. I guess now it would be nice to properly find a way to place substations so that they can be taken along with the blueprint. I guess I will just remove all the substations that are near to be uninfluenced by any previous existing things. Have a good lurk mob. I want to have it be symmetric. I guess I will have to not be able to save some substations then. They will just be placed in weird places then. I guess this is sort of rotationally symmetric now. I guess the other side of this is still not connected. I will anyway copy this thing. I guess there are no signals yet. Still need to copy all the signals or place the signals. One thing that can be said for sure is that there is a lot more space available between here than here. And now I have these little blocks in between. I guess if I build more of this, it can be shown more easily. What is your problem? I guess the substation was in the way of potentially building a rail support. Let's just place that again. I could now also connect everything to the solar panels down there. Just so everything starts getting power. I hope if I rotate this, it will still work. The thing is now that I might just copy the whole thing after I place some signals. I guess I will place signals in one of these examples, and then I can copy all of the signals. I just need to be very careful where I place them. Need to understand which of the heights the signal is on. Wait, this is the wrong... no. Yeah, this is the wrong side. Need to be aware of which side I place the signal. And I will place a few more unnecessary signals, probably just to allow the trains to go through this a bit faster. And I guess... yeah, this is the correct side. I wonder if this is now fully signaled. I guess I need to check every direction. I still could add a few more signals on this part. Maybe even one here to allow 2 trains to be in that same section. I just don't know how to do the vertical substations now. Might have them all on this line. There's a substation. Okay, I could do it this way. And these substations here are rather unnecessary, I guess. I will now copy this whole thing. With signals, I will remove medium electric poles. I will remove all unnecessary substations that are going off to the side. Maybe even that one, I don't know. I think it's not very necessary, just almost very necessary. I might even have substations there and there if it fits, I don't know. Let's see if I can place all those signals there. I hope I do have signals in a passive provider chest somewhere. I guess I do. So now I could basically copy this whole design to everywhere. Not sure if I really want to, but maybe to be able to do that, I will remove some substations again and let some parts of this area be unpowered. Might also make the power line go through the bottom so it isn't in the blueprint. I guess it would be enough to have 2 of those. Would it? Or do I need all 3 of them? I guess having both 2 and 3 might be helpful eventually. I guess all of that still gets powered. Hello Biters, how are you? I guess they are not responding. I can relate to not reacting to people knocking at the door. This doesn't need to be there. Aim there. So maybe now I will copy things again. Or maybe I need to still remove some substations from the top. Want to also power this roboport independently. Remove those medium power poles. And I guess all of this is still powered from a side, so I don't really need these substations. Want to look at the power grid. I think it's connected there. And then connected there, so this is not off-grid, just not very redundant right now. Now I want to try to see if I can copy all of that. So there is a medium electric pole somewhere, but I can just delete it. And I can of course remove that substation from that blueprint. There was the medium electric pole. I might still remove that from reality. I might just call this alternating rail grid. Might just put that on the hotbar as well. And then I want to just possibly place that there. I will have to remove some things, maybe ahead of time. Just to not have stuff lying around where it shouldn't. I think I should just radically and drastically remove things and place new things that fit better. Would that be the place? I think that would be correct. Okay, I guess I have placed a few things now, and I need to check whether there are any serious issues with the connections. Further down, there's a middle part that actually connects this here. This is something I haven't yet properly looked at. I guess I might have to wait until robots build all of this. But it looks fine. It looks like the correct rails connect to each other and there is no inherent gap. I'm not sure if I might remove... I might theoretically remove some of those rail supports, but I guess in the grand scheme of things it doesn't matter if they are there. And now I just need to connect the rails to where I cut some off, which would be here, for instance. This is only temporarily to be connected, and eventually I will have to make the new rail design go everywhere. This is just so the legacy trains can still do their thing. For instance, I might have to connect this to... Why doesn't it connect properly? Shouldn't that be easier? Anyway, maybe I need to properly smash everything up and build the new system to all other places. So there's this disconnect. I guess I should use substations, at least to bridge that gap for now. Maybe I will just place this there now. Yes, one problem is mines and pump positions. They might be endangered by where this little grid goes. And maybe this cargo landing pad might be in the way. I have to check whether it would be in the way. I'll just place things over there and see whether they conflict with anything. I mean, it seems to be fine by now, for now. Do I run out of oil anytime soon? This train is still sort of built, but not really full. It's only 19% full, or 18, I guess. So I will have to invent new station designs. That's a thing I will have to do, and I didn't think about that before, so maybe that's a bad idea to not think about that before. But this is how I did it now, and I will have to live with the consequences unless I want to load back into an old save. I guess I will have a lot of little factories. For instance, right here I might have one way to get into this block. I might also have to have a way to get out of this block again. And I also already see a way to do that. I guess there is enough space to build a little station there. What if I do something like this instead? This would reduce the number of blocks I have available there drastically. I guess I will keep it diagonal. Let's just build a station so I can see how many blocks I have available. I guess this is just a little bit not enough. So what I will do is change everything a little bit, or at least do something else here. Maybe one thing I could do is turn there instead. I think this is where I need to be. And there I will have the station or the train stop. And this can connect full diagonally now. And then I will have, I guess I even have 3 waiting positions for trains there. That's quite advanced. I shall hydrate. Now I'm thinking I might add a Doctor Who scene for the hydrate command. There are possibly quite a few nice scenes. I guess there's one very iconic scene where the 10th Doctor stands in the rain. So I guess the same station design could be copied to multiple places. Right there, right there. And then I would just want some stations on the sides as well, or in the middle. I think that should be doable as well. Might even have multiple different designs for stations. And also I see that I have too many trees everywhere. Let's just remove all of them. That might take a while. All the construction bots will be busy. More construction bots will be released into the wild, but I don't want to constantly deal with trees and stuff in the way. Let's see how many robots are out there. 900 and something. Definitely not enough for all of those trees right now, but eventually they will be removed. In the meantime, I might just remove these solar panels with my own bots. So this is now unpowered. I will just reconnect this temporarily to the main power grid, I guess. I hope that is the main power grid. This steel factory might have to die soon. How about I also paste this design there? Eventually it will be built. I might even paste it over the solar panels, but also I first want to be able to, or I first want to try and place more solar panels elsewhere. I have quite a lot of solar panels active. They do save me some nuclear power that I then don't have to produce. I wonder whether I have any accumulator production. Maybe I should have accumulator production. I'm not sure. It would definitely help saving some power overnight. And also solar panels are always 3x3. That's not very good for utilizing all the space. Oh yeah, now the train wants to go somewhere. I guess I might just copy this station. And then I might just copy this pumping setup. There. I guess the train is waiting and I need to actually get oil over there. Maybe I should disconnect this for the time being while I try to figure out how to build stuff here. Want to build new stuff eventually. So these pumps will help pumping stuff down. And I can just remove the remaining rails up here. Will I do that manually? No, I will choose to use some robots sometimes. I guess I might work on a temporary pumping setup to pump whatever is remaining in these tanks, or I guess even I'll keep the production for now and just make it go to the station. Maybe I will work my way backwards. Good that I can go past 2 ramps at once with a pipe. It's an underground pipe. I guess this might be the last song in the playlist, and we will go back to the first Volcanoes song. Okay, this train doesn't yet have a place to go. I will have to place this blueprint again in this direction. To make sure that the train can go somewhere. Maybe I can place a few rail related things, or maybe just some rail supports. I guess the rest will be coming from the base. A lot of rails are flying towards me. I will move these rails. Oh, there's a bit of stuff that is sort of old. Doesn't need to be there. And that piece of rail would have been sort of necessary, I guess. Maybe temporarily I can have a little thing that circumvents that. And eventually I will have to move everything in these little blocks. I think I'll just place a few more of those. So there is a steel line that will get cut. And I will live with that and maybe just replace it. I'll have to go up and check what exactly is broken with the steel line. And I might have to reroute it, or maybe just build a train actually. Parts of this are being replaced by underground belts by the robots. Maybe even all of it. I don't know if really all of it can be properly replaced. But if that is the case, then I will leave it for now. But I need to work on getting trains ready to do things. And maybe I need some kind of system for when a mining patch is exactly over where the rails should be. I don't know where that would be now. Might just place this next section. And this next section. Wait. Is this properly rotated? I guess it would be. So yeah, this mining patch is sort of in the way. And I might have to deal with that somehow. I could just cut certain connections and then the trains would have to go up there. I don't know if I would have to build some ad hoc rails to get around. I guess not every of these places needs to be properly connected right now. Maybe I could build the steel factory here, or the smeltery for the iron, or up there. But it's nice to see this grid developing already. I might look at how my space platform is developing. There are definitely some solar panels. Let's look at the numbers. I guess I might want to connect more of those asteroid collectors. I wish I could copy... Well, let's just try that. And then let's Control X that, and then I can basically see how far the cable can reach. This is how far the cable can reach, and there's a little gap in the coverage. I think I would be fine with it. I don't know how often I will get anything just coming from the side, because if it comes from the front, this one will get it. So I might also just copy this design, mirror it, place it there. Then I might just copy... Wait, I might need to set filters so that they only collect what they need to collect. And then I might have to build belts and get around the place. Basically, this belt should go around the whole spaceship. I could definitely have some more asteroid collectors in the back. Or should I have just one more per side? I definitely want to add more cargo bays. Let's find them. I will already add some, or I will try to add some blue ones. I guess they are not available on Novice, but I will check cargo. There are only 2 green ones, so maybe I will use normal ones then. I might actually want to go to Glibber before I properly set up my train network. I guess I stood in the way of this one ramp. There are still some things that couldn't be built for some reasons. I guess it is time to move the iron smeltery and then the steel smeltery. This is lacking rails. I can build them. I don't know if I really need these rails back there. Let's remove some trees from this block. And maybe from there as well. Wherever I find trees around here. And whenever the robots have some free time. I think I might just design this slightly differently. At least this time. I wonder why the robots don't care to place a few of those things. I wonder what the order is in which they try to place things. So I will copy this design for the station, maybe even with the signals and stuff. Something else. So, because I don't want this station to be also oil, this will be a station for iron plates for now. There are still a lot of robots hanging around waiting for other things to be dismantled. I guess with this spacing of the belts, I might even be, of the rails, I might even be able to fit some miners in between. Even the biters fit here, or the biter nests, but of course there is some problem there. I guess these top ones would have to go. Not sure if I can manage to kill them. Might have to find some red ammo. Otherwise, I will first just produce more yellow ammo manually. I guess it's fine or fun to keep the biter nests there that don't pose any obstruction to my plants. Still don't know if I want to use my favorite design or rather just this design that I have built there. But I would need to reconstruct my favorite design. I don't know if I have copied that anywhere. It's a design with furnaces. Oh yeah, it's that one, but the quality is off in this design. So I need to change the quality of everything. And I might have to move that Roboport right there. I guess I will have no Roboport support within this area, and that's fine. And now I need to use an upgrade planner. Can I? No, not this. I guess there's no way to mark everything in a blueprint to be downgraded. There's putting blueprints into logistic groups, but not getting things that are in there. I guess for the furnaces I could even use rare. Beacons I will use normal. Inserters seem to be fine. Well, I need to do that. Okay. Speed modules, I don't even have those speed modules. I guess I will just use level 1 speed modules. Maybe even efficiency as well in a few places, I don't know. And then I need to use or remove productivity level 3, and let's see if I'm producing the next tier of productivity modules anywhere. I don't think so. Rail production is sort of low. Or is it? Or is it just being used and I maybe should stop researching for the moment? Because if I expand the rail network, I don't want the rails to be used up while I have dwindling stone resources. This is my only connected stone mine right now. I should work on getting the rail network over to the right to where the stone mine is. I do have this blueprint there, I should just use it. I guess there's a factory in the way soon. This is... oh yeah, steam engines. Not sure if I want to keep them there. However, I might just do this and basically switch lanes. And I will just let this build for now. It might take a while to actually be properly placed. I guess the train block for everything. Wait. I guess none of these to-dos are actually fully implemented. I can move them there for now. So build train grid to stone patch in southeast. That's that one. It's not yet done. And make train block for everything actually means that I will produce one thing per train block. And ideally that would be controlled by... or I guess I want to have a parameterized blueprint for what factory is in the middle and the stations that supply the ingredients and the station that takes away the final result. Might be a bit difficult to achieve, but I still want to try. Eventually, I don't know if that will be on stream or just in my free time. I think I'll just try to downgrade all of this now. Maybe I can actually build this then. I don't have the turbo belts yet. I don't know if I have blue belts available. Maybe I should soon make them before I go to Glebber, because Glebber needs quite good belts. There's a lot of produce on Glebber that is produced. Okay, train grid has expanded. I can expand even more. I don't think... or can this be built without being in the way of anything? Need to check. So there's this belt. Oh, there was iron mines before, I guess. And now there's just belts left over. Sadly, I can't easily... or can I? I can remove the belts without removing the rails. That's good. If I just keep holding right click, then I only remove probably the same type of item that I had removed before. I wonder whether the stone patch will be within a grid or on a rail intersection. Would be nice if it was exactly in the middle of a grid. might be just at the edge of a grid. I guess I will leave this to be built. And yeah, there are stack inserters. I don't have stack inserters. I need to upgrade my upgrade planner to use bulk inserters instead. And green belts will be turned into red belts for now. Red underground belts, that is. Don't think there is anything else that I need to immediately change. And now I can basically copy this design . I guess this might also take a while to build. Maybe I don't have all the rare furnaces. And also I will double it. And then I will try to build some kind of station. And then I see that I don't yet have blue belts, which is a problem in this case. I don't really want to set up my train network without having blue underground belts available. I think I have them researched, I just have them not produced yet. So I might go back all the way and try to produce blue underground belts. I might try to go along the Roboport lines. Stuff is being delivered to me sometimes, but I can't stick around all the time to wait. Guess I will just wait every now and then. If the robots can't catch up, then that's not my problem, I guess. Eventually some robots will deliver stuff to me that I need. I think I managed to limit all of these chests properly, because some of that stuff also got sent to space. I guess 1 stack each. I wonder if I could build such a rail system on Gleba, or whether that would even be useful. I guess before I ask myself whether I could, I should ask myself whether I should. And maybe now is the time to also copy this into here. Okay, there's a memory usage estimate. That's interesting. That might be one of the... I mean, I have quite big spaceships stored here. Sometimes that led to certain warnings I got when the game started. So there are rails. I will just put that there. And I will make a duplicate. And for this I will have snap to grid relative I guess I can find a way to make this into a Roboport grid thing. I hate how Shift Tab is the Steam thing. So, and then 10 or 8. Might even have 32 and 10. And then it's always in the middle of the roboports. Relative. So let's just try well, the problem is that I would have to copy more to be able to place it vertically. I can only now do this horizontally. That works, that's already quite good. I just can't do it vertically, I would have to rotate and build the next row. But it seems like the stone patch is exactly not where the rails are, so that's quite good. I already see quite a bunch of rail city blocks. I guess there are 8 in this row, and there will be even more that way. Why did I go here? I wanted to make blue underground belts. I guess it would be fine if I only do the blue underground belts for now and not the belts or splitters. This is only about the tunnel length. I guess I need more gear wheels eventually. This could all be upgraded to Mark III assemblers. And then I could already stick some more productivity in there, and I see that I'm lacking iron plates here. So eventually I will produce those things in a different way. I even think now that I might just build the stations, the first stations, very badly with bad designs. Why is this here? I guess this is for the pipe that I built. This is not a pipe, because I, for random reasons, called my first space platform that. So, I guess one thing I did here is building everything the wrong way around. The good thing is that this is fixable. However, I'm not sure if I want to fix it. Let me just Control X all of this, rotate, and Control V. So everything will be removed and then placed again this is how this goes. But it's fine. At least this time. Why? Okay, this is still old. There are some old belts around. I guess for now I will just have these inserters on one side. This will be a very rudimentary iron smeltery, but I guess everything in my factory might be quite rudimentary if I only have little blocks, but I at least wanted to try this kind of design once. This is a proof of concept playthrough, I guess. I'm out of red underground belts. It's good that I don't have to use them here. But also, I would like to have more of them. So please send me some red underground belts if you want. I guess one problem here is that there is not yet a proper connection for this potential iron train. I'll just build that temporarily then. It's nice that it's called something else, so I can just rename it to something else. This will be iron plates. Although at some point I will not have any station names, but for now I'm in the beginning phase of my project, so I can't yet have everything. I guess I also did want to build accumulator factories. Maybe after I smelt iron this way. One problem will also be that I need to place some more of those inserters on the side. Oh, and I forgot that there are these legendary power poles that I can't use right now, and I have to basically figure out the power system myself in a different way. Let's just still use this. I'll downgrade all the power poles to normal quality, but I will have to place a bunch more of them, sadly. A lot more. Well, I will have to figure out where exactly I have to place them. This only works once I have proper power connection to the grid, so I can see where there's still power missing. Might also have to power things from the top there, because the beacons might not all be powered by this setup. And this basically simulates the power pole that is here, just moved up in parallel. I guess now I might be able to copy all of that, after I also added 1 or 2 more belts here. Belts and inserters. This will be input for iron ore. And then I need another output belt. Okay, this is already there. I guess I will remove these inserters, which would have liked to insert iron ore into furnaces. But for now they can't do that. So now there's an alternating grid of power poles. There's just one missing. Looks a bit like a 3D structure. And there also need to be power poles at the bottom. Power some of those beacons, although of course while nothing is working here, I shouldn't really have that. I don't know if I have batteries available on me. I guess not. Maybe I will try to at least build some accumulators. Wasn't there a battery factory somewhere, or did I craft all of them? I mean, a personal battery. I guess somewhere around here I might build accumulators, just a temporary build, basically. So this will be accumulators. There. I will add quality modules, of course. And I should use a substation to power this if I get power somewhere. wonder when this will be built. Still waiting for the quality modules, only then will I insert or put the inserter there to get iron. I will just wait until I have like 500 of those accumulators. Yeah. Good. I guess I only need one inserter there. And then I can basically wait for accumulators to be built. And accumulators will help me turn this whole factory off when there is not enough power in the system, because the beacons will draw a lot of power. I guess these things might be, or this graph might show how much the power draw increased for this factory. I don't know if it's really only that, but it's my working theory. Not sure if it's working or not, but not sure why it's called working theory if it's not working. I need to get this iron out of there. I guess I have found a way. I might also try to remove those furnaces. And maybe I will have some uncommon quality furnaces. At least as long as I don't have enough rare quality furnaces. So I guess I will just leave this running through, and I will have some splitters that just split parts of it down. And so on. Mining is happening again there. Smelting is happening as well. We might now build a train that delivers iron plates to somewhere where it might get smelted. Not sure if I might even start doing interrupt things. I'm not sure if there would be a good place in the grid for having a depot. Still need to make more of this grid. Maybe I should also place radars every now and then to actually see further. I'm not sure if there are any... No, there are no higher quality radars for now. So I will use the ones that I have. Might even place one here. And there are a lot of things missing. A lot of these rail ramps and supports. Maybe I just need to wait until more are produced. Let's see. There is the production. Need more refined concrete, and I guess this uses a lot of stone, which I don't necessarily have a lot of. Or I guess in this case, yeah, it's depending on the stone bricks. So maybe one thing I need to work on quite soon is getting a train here, maybe even a rudimentary train that just collects the stone and it will be processed elsewhere. The good thing is that the horizontal rails don't use any kind of elevated rail stuff, so I don't need ramps, I don't need rail supports just to go from left to right. So if I arrive here somewhere, I can go all the way to the right and collect stuff. Let's just pretend the train here would like to go somewhere. I guess for some reason it can't. Why can't it? I guess because there isn't everything already built. So I guess I need to work on that with priority. I might even do that just now. Let's turn off the personal robopod so I can manually decide what to build. And I guess I will work on this support, this support, this support, and I guess the robots can deliver the rails. The rails should still be available in the network, just not the elevated parts. So you can see things are lighting up light blue or cyan. This means things are getting built. And I might even remove this rail support there because it's unnecessary. I don't know if there are any more rail supports that I need to build there. I guess not for just going down. I might just try to remove some batteries and solar panels and see whether the speed is still good enough or the charging rate is still good enough to go down to the stone mine and set up a station there. Where have I been? I guess it's difficult to be caught in here somewhere. Luckily I can walk between the rail ramps. I might even do the smelting of stone into stone bricks directly at the mine as well, and then just send 2 trains around. Okay, I will keep this there and build a little station. So this will be for direct stone mining. And I guess I might have separate strains or strands, or I don't know what it's called, mining arrays for directly into the train and for a smelting array. Guess I could just press Q on the ore and then I don't have to look for the mining drill in my inventory. I guess I might still have chests. This will be a rudimentary station because it's also not in the right place yet. And of course I might limit these chests. Might do something similar for the iron, even though they might already be quite full. Relatively quite full. So I'm not overproducing things. Okay, I use substations. And then signals. And the train will get some fuel. I guess I might also need some more fuel soon. So I might take a little break in a few minutes. At least now we have a train that collects stone. I will still have to actually send it somewhere. I guess I will send it to the main base somewhere. Maybe, yeah, I could go up there. Not sure if that would work. I might also build some rudimentary stuff if I don't really know where to go from there. But I guess, yeah, I will take a little break now. See you in a few minutes.